told him, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. You must listen to me.
La manchaca la calaca lo pochicana man.
Today's episode was brought to you by the Comfort Experts. See us for all your heating and air conditioning needs. For more information, visit onehouраircarolinas.com. That's onehouraircarolinas.com. Each one of us can build wealth, replace scarcity with abundance, replace average with greatness, replace uncertainty with conviction. Success is there for the taking. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and the ambitious. Grant Cardone tells you what you have to do to prosper in this new economy. He'll inform you in everything business, finance, and career related. Get ready. Find the knowledge for your success. It's all here, right now, in the Cardone Zone.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. Welcome to the Cardone Zone every Friday at 12 p.m. The Eastern, the Standard, and the time. I am the Standard in your time zone. This is the Cardone Zone. Why do we call it the Cardone Zone? Because this is the place where you become the ace. Dude, I'm missing Cardone University though, Robert. You scanning in, you scanning out. Go that way, bro. Go that. Hey, now we looking sweet, man. I'm the producer, the director, the talent. I'm the writer. I am the pusher, the confronter. I am the guy to wake you up. I'm your Uncle G. They call me Uncle G because a lady wrote me. She's like, "You're the uncle I never had." Oh. I said, "You have no idea. It ain't gonna work there, dude." I wish we could get a shot right now of John doing this because it's just stupid. Just show him, man. Show him, man. Can you get a shot of this, man? This is ridiculous what he's doing, okay? I mean, it's just re-dick. Okay, there's dicks and re-dicks, and this is a re-dick, okay, right here. Johnny, look, you're so pretty, too. Okay? Dude, that's ridiculous, man. Okay. So, look, every Friday I come to you to talk about your money, your finances, your career. We've been doing this show for about 2 years now. We got some freaking diehard sick fans. I'm on GrantCardoneTV.com. We literally created this studio around this one show, GrantCardoneTV.com. If you post your comments there, I'll see them. Okay, I'll be answering your questions. Today we're talking about you. Who else matters? No, you know that. Let's be honest. Who matters to you more than you? Robert?
No one.
I got to tell you, man, folks.
Me.
You want a little takeaway? Nobody matters to me more than me. I ain't the only person. But let me tell you something, man. When you're down and out, you're the only person you need to be worried about. Get your freaking game ready. Get your game right. Get your condition good before you start helping the whole world. Okay? You guys are trying to help people. You're already broken. Y'all broke up, man. You broke up. You're broken. You don't have any money. Freaking your credit sucks, man. Your score is bad. You got chlamydia. Dude, take care of your own game. Fix your own game. Get your own health in. Get your mental condition. Get your spiritual condition working. Be selfish for a second. I'm the only person saying this, man. The only person maybe gets close to talking like this is Trump. He just tells people like it is. I'm just telling you like it is. I'm not here to win fans. I'm not here to win your, this isn't a popularity contest. I'm trying to tell you the truth to wake you up. And there's proof that what I'm saying needs to get through to some people. Because look, man, I mean, the numbers are out there. They're freaking horrific. Pew Research Center shows the economic fortunes of the middle class have changed since the 1970s. In every decade since 1970, that's when I went to high school, the percentage of adults living in middle-income households has fallen. Every decade, fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer people are living the American dream. You guys were in my dream last night. That share now stands at 50%, okay? Compared back in 1971 with 61. 61% of the population was in the middle class. That has fallen to 50%. More and more people are falling into poverty. Handfuls of people are actually getting up out of the middle class, but most people are just falling down into it. 120.8 million adult Americans. I couldn't wait to be an adult. You guys remember when you were kids? Like, man, I can't wait to be the big guy. I can't wait to grow up. I want to be the big guy. And then when you went from high school to college, then you didn't want to go out of college because you didn't want to leave college to go be an adult. Right? 120 million adult Americans lived in the middle class households this year, according to Pew. That's slightly less than the combined number of adult income adults, 51 million. I don't know what that number means. It's a bunch of complicated numbers now, okay? None of this matters. You know what matters? Let's just say what matters, okay? This is Pew Research talking about the middle class, blah, blah, blah. Folks, they ain't no middle class. It is a made-up term, okay? It is made up by the politicians.
Finally.
Almost. It is made up by the politicians to keep the people civil. If the truth was told, okay, if those 14 guys at the GOP the other night, and what's her name, Hillary, and the old man Sanders, if they got on stage together and just said, okay, if you gave them a truth serum and said, tell the freaking truth, they'd get up there and they'd all say this: there is no middle class. The whole thing was a scam. It was designed to sell credit cards, colleges, homes. The whole thing was bullshit. It's why America has done so well, because America, we convinced you that there was this population of people that did better than the rest of the world. They got people living in America make $200,000 a year and have no more money than a guy in Pakistan that makes $2 a week. Okay, that's the reality of the situation. When we come back from the break, I'm gonna show you how to get your punk shit rolling for 2016. We reboot this thing and blow up. Y'all ready? My name's Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone Zone.
Are you looking for ways to raise funds to increase your local impact? If you're a nonprofit, church, civic group, school, or individual, Funds to Org's Shoe Drive fundraiser helps your cause raise funds while supporting micro enterprises in developing nations. Funds to Org's provides at no charge the tools you need to create a successful, no-calorie fundraising event. Just engage your supporters to collect gently worn, used, and new shoes. We'll transport the collected shoes and issue a check back to you within 48 hours of processing. Sign up now at fundstoorgs.com. That's fundstoorgs.com.
Black Friday is right here, right now, today.
Owning a home has many elements that have to be looked after. One of the most important elements is comfort, and your heating and air conditioning is priority. That's why we stop at nothing to provide on-time service and expertise for all of your heating and cooling needs. We are the comfort experts. We have the solution for all of your trickiest heating and air conditioning needs. That's why we brought you our show, The Comfort Experts. Every week we bring you tips and tricks to improve your home and bring you peace of mind with our quality service tips for home heating and air conditioning maintenance. Visit onehouraircarolinas.com to tune into our weekly updates and services for your home improvement. That's onehouraircarolinas.com today.
Have more fear, seriously, if you have more fear than you have skills, you owe it to yourself, your family, your company, and your future to get trained, to get skills. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday, CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. If you saw this video, I want to offer it to you. It's a $13,200 tuition for you today, right now, $995. I can't do any better than that. Pull the trigger. Hey, welcome back to the Cardone Zone. Grant Cardone here in the Cardone Zone with you. I'm here for you. Every week I come here to talk about your money, your finances, and your career Today I'm talking about how to reboot for 2016. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Ryan 32593 at GrantCardoneTV.com. He says, what would it take to get your autograph? I've decided to start a collection ever since I started chemo and radiation. Dude, I'm sending you a freaking autograph book of the 10X quote book right now, right here. Let's see, it's Ryan 32593, Grant Cardone. I'll send it out to you. Let's make sure we get it to him, all right? And then Alan Stout, I am here, Alan Stout from Dakota. You guys that want to comment, ask questions, the show is live right now at GrantCardoneTV.com, GrantCardoneTV.com. Make sure you subscribe there as well, because next in January, right, Robert, are we on track?
We on track.
We on track to drop season 2 of Whatever It Takes, the ultimate job interview.
Yeah.
It's coming and it's sick, man. Wait till you guys see Contraband. Wait till you see the Contraband, where I just contraband people. Y'all don't know what that is, but you'll see. Wait till you see me go through people's phones, jump into their social media when I'm doing an interview to find out who somebody is. Wait till you see this year's water pitch. It's gonna freak you out, okay? And some of the physical challenges. Okay, today we're talking about how to reboot for 2016. Lots of people are talking about Santa. Have y'all even heard me talk about Santa this year?
No.
I don't care about Santa. I'm kicking his ass all over the place, okay? I am busting Santa's ass. For the first time in my career this year, I beat Santa on the retail front, okay? I just hadn't even brought his name up this year. I'm just like pounding every freaking day. Like, we offered this thing at CardoneUniversity.com/enroll. We took a $13,000 program, offered it for $995. We found everybody's price point. It's 1,500 segments of content. We took it from 13 grand to $995, saves you $12,000, and our store went freaking nuclear. Dude, I got people in India with no money buying my deal. I got a guy call me from Vietnam and said, I just went and robbed my mama to get that deal. That deal's so good. I clubbed her over the head, got her damn money. Okay, send it to you, Grant. True story. We had a guy yesterday on the program for 2 hours, bought it yesterday morning, on the program for 2 hours, paid for it 2 hours later, called us up and said, dude, that's the best stuff. All he did was go to the quick fix. There's a thing called quick fix in there that tells you exactly what to do in an objection. There's 16-second videos. Nobody's ever created an online trading platform like this where you can go in and get a 15-second piece where Uncle G tells you what to do in a situation. Imagine you're going up to a girl. You ask the girl out, she says no. You go into your phone, what would Uncle G do? Yeah, that's strong. Okay, so check it out. Reboot. How do you reboot? How do you reboot? Okay, how do you guys reboot? How do you stay excited? How do you stay jacked? How do you stay jacked every day? You're in transition. Every day you're in transition. I just left the Pentagon. They're like, hey, what do we do with these 100,000 troops that are in transition every month? Dude, tell them the truth, bro. Well, what do you mean tell them the truth? Everybody's in transition, bro. I don't need to feel sorry for you because you went to Afghanistan. You wanted to go there. Who doesn't? Look, if you went all the way over there to fight the bad guy, you wanted to, man. Like, thank you for the service. Thank you for fighting for my freedom. But dude, come on, let's keep it real. You went because you wanted to shoot somebody, man. You wanted some action, man. You had nothing else to do. Maybe you were going to jail. Who knows? Maybe the court said you need to go there. I don't know. But people are doing what they want to do, and then they find out they don't want to do that anymore. Or worse, they find out I can't do what I wanted to do anymore. And that's happening with the military. Maybe it's happening to you in your career. Maybe your company downsized and you're out of there. The whole world is growing. The job force is getting better, and your company decided, you know what, we're gonna lay off 12,000 people this year. It's happening. Big companies are laying off people right now. And you get a notice, 47 years old. Dude, what happened, man? Why are you laying me off? Why me? You're in transition, right? You're in transition. Maybe your wife cheated on you. Happened to me. Okay? Open up an email one day, I'm like, whoa, what's up? 3 days later, she comes home, I'm like, hey, what's that? Sign this. This is over. I'm in transition, baby. You understand? I wasn't predicting that. That wasn't on my budget. That wasn't in my plan. That wasn't on my goals. Let's have a one-year marriage and then get a divorce, right? That wasn't in my plans. It happens in the transition. What am I supposed to do? Feel sorry for myself, right? Maybe you're running along, you get in a car wreck, man, bust up, you lose your leg. I had a guy write me yesterday, dude, I got one leg, man. Everybody's got a disability, man. You're in transition, okay? You're in transition. Maybe you find out you're pregnant and you got a baby and you weren't even planning on it. In fact, you didn't even have sex. You're like, dude, what's up? I got babies, man. I don't even have money. Right? What happens, man? Oh my God, I feel so bad for myself. It's so tough. Dude, look, what are you going to do? Number one, you need to write your goals down every day. You guys are getting hit with all kind of stuff. You're getting hit with the world. You know, you got these freaking idiots in Washington, D.C. that just signed how much was that last night they signed for? 1.6 trillion or something, some freaking ridiculous money, okay? Unbelievable. We're sending money to other countries to take care of other countries. We can't even build our own roads. Write your goals down, okay? I don't care what the government does. I don't care. I'm writing my goals down. Where am I going? What am I doing? How do I stay on my path? How do I stay excited? Number two, you have to remove your blocks. What is blocking you? What is in the way? That could be people. It could be information. It's probably people, dude. It's probably something you're listening to, watching. Maybe it's CNN. Maybe it's Anderson Cooper. You know what he wants you to do, man. He wants you to stay on that sofa. Don Lemon. Okay, they go from covering missing planes to Donald Trump to Baltimore, and they just recycle over and over. Look, they run out of shit. They go to Katrina. Let's go back to Katrina that happened 12 years ago. All right, remove the blocks. What is blocking you? You smoke, you don't like it. Maybe you're doing pornography, you don't like it. Maybe you're going out too much. Maybe you're drinking too much. Okay. You think the pornography was too much, John? You're like, man, don't cut me out on it, man. Come on, man. Don't cut me out on everything, man. I need a little action, man. Okay? Dude, just learn how to get a girlfriend, bro. Okay? Okay, remove the blocks. What is blocking you, man? What is blocking you? Smoking freaking weed and you don't like it? I'm telling you something, one of the best things I ever did in my life was I quit smoking weed. I was 25 years old. I quit smoking weed. I didn't think it was causing me a problem. It was causing me a problem. You know, I was spending more time trying to find my weed than I was trying to find a customer. I couldn't find my money because I couldn't find my weed. Okay? Couldn't find my weed, couldn't find my cigarettes, couldn't find my stuff, man. Where's my stuff at, man? I'm spending time when I should have been making phone calls. Remove the blocks. And number three, first you write your goals. Number two, you remove the blocks. Get rid of the stuff blocking the vehicle. Number three, dude, you got to add skills, dog. You got to add some skills. You got to get Clint Eastwood killer-like. You got to get, who's some killers, man? I mean, just give me some names of killer movies. You got to get like Rambo.
Schwarzenegger, man.
You got to get like what? Man, that's all y'all got.
Predator, man.
Who? You got to get like the Predator, man, okay? Look, when we come back from break, I'm going to talk to you about how to add those skills, all right? Stay with me.
Right now at GrantCardone.com is the holiday blowout sale. Go to GrantCardone.com/holiday. That's GrantCardone.com/holiday to get your special pricing on your favorites, such as the 10X quote books, where you can get one for $14.95 or 10 for $50. Grant Cardone calendars available right now for $14.95. Grant Cardone's Dress for Success socks available now for $59.95. The Celery Sold 15 CD set, over 13 hours of content right now for $9.95. And Who's Got My Money t-shirts, small and mediums are available for $9.95, but large and extra have sold out already. Go to GrantCardone.com/holiday. That's GrantCardone.com/holiday to get your special holiday blowout sale right now. If you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or salesperson and are looking for ways to increase your revenue, you need skills, tools, and training. Available right now is this special holiday offer. Grant Cardone Sales Training University, the #1 online training platform in the world, is being made available for you for only $9.95. Accessible 24/7, on demand from any phone, tablet, or computer. With Grant Cardone as your personal sales coach and mentor, you will find solutions for every sales opportunity and every sales challenge. Companies such as Allstate, Sprint, State Farm, the U.S. Army, Morgan Stanley, and Kawasaki have made millions using this program. But the reality is this platform is guaranteed to increase anyone's revenue by 20 to 30% within the first 90 days. And it's available now for only $9.95. Learn everything you need to know about the selling basics, understanding the buyer, the entire sales process,
the theory of closing, up-to-date closing strategies, how to handle incoming calls, how to get an edge on internet lead response, effective prospecting strategies with access to an interactive 365-day follow-up tool that shows you the specifics on how to close the deal, the 100 ways to stay motivated training program, and the top traits of great salespeople.
For less than a cup of coffee per day, you can have access to Grant Cardone's Sales Training University. The deal of the year just got better. Grant Cardone's $1,500 cold calling program will also be included in this Cardone University holiday special. This over $12,000 value is now accessible for 1 year for only $9.95. Get access right now at cardoneuniversity.com/holiday. That's cardoneuniversity.com/holiday.
Don't go to that website. Oh, am I live? What's up? Okay, 3 things you got to do, man. Number 1, you got to write your goals down every day. Number 2, remove the blocks. We got ocean water behind us. Am I in an aquarium right now? We need little angel fish. We need little angel fish. Send me that Clint Eastwood picture too, dude. That picture is sick. Also, do you have the Samuel Jackson? We just had Samuel Jackson, Muhammad Ali, and Clint Eastwood endorse CardoneUniversity.com. Clint Eastwood, this big dude, Muhammad Ali, and Samuel Jackson have now endorsed the #1 online sales training university on planet Earth, CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. It's a $13,000 tuition. You can enroll today for $9.95. It's going to teach you how to write your goals down every day. It's 1,500 segments of content. It's going to show you how to write your goals down every day. Look at Muhammad. Look at Ali, man. Ali coming in. Keep going. Yeah, but man, dude, that don't look good, man. That's terrible, man, the way you're doing that, man. Sign up before it's too late. Don't be a sales punk. That's right. Clint Eastwood sent me that today. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. First, you got to write your goals down, folks. What are your goals? Here's the problem with your goals right now. You know what? You're writing goals based on somebody else's ideas. So one of my first goals was to be a millionaire. And then somebody said, well, where'd you come up with that, man? Sounds like a lazy goal to me. And I said, huh? He says, it sounds like a lazy goal to me. What do you mean, man? He's like, it's a round number, man. You never, ever trust a number that ends in 0. I learned this from a real estate guy. Dude, anybody ever gives you a number that ends in 0, it's a lie. It's a made-up number. It's called a lazy number. Hey, what's the NOI on the property? I asked Tyler this morning. I said, dude, what's the NOI on that property? He's like, oh, it's 900 grand. I said, you a liar. You a lazy liar, too. You know, most people that lie are just lazy liars. Never, ever, this will save you millions of dollars. Never trust a number that ends in 0, ever. Hey, what were the sales yesterday? 10. I don't believe you. 100. 50. Don't believe it, man. It was probably 54. There's a real number. There's a real number at 47. Right? Don't ever trust a number that ends in 0. So when you're writing your goals down, like decide that they're your goals, not somebody else's. $1 million today is not what $1 million was. What? Right? So a guy says, man, I need $1 million. $1 million in 1983, I think, was $473,000. So let's say your daddy in 1973 wanted to be a millionaire, and you heard that, and you're like, oh, that's a good target, that's a good goal, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire. Well, the truth is you just decided to be worth $473,000, which today would be almost no money at all. So one thing that we teach you in this program is how to get your thinking monster. That was part of what the 10X rule was about. The 10X rule was basically based on a concept that says you underestimate. This is what's wrong with the middle class. The entire middle class has underestimated what is actually necessary for income, for net worth, for savings, and retirement. That's why so many people are struggling. Look at your mom and dad. Your mom and dad, it's not working, man. If your mom and dad have any money, they're probably on their deathbed right now. They're about to die, man. And all of a sudden somebody's gonna find out, Dad had 800 grand. Dude, he lived his whole life like he was a miser. To die and find out there was 800,000 bucks there. He's had the same truck for 20 years. Lived in the same house for 37 years. And now somebody says he's got a bunch of money. Half of it's gonna go to the government. That ain't rich, dude. That ain't rich. That is a miser. That is a guy with money that used the wrong ideas to basically live a rich life, okay? I want to die broke myself. I want to die busted broke. but I want to leave my kids rich. Number 2, remove the blocks. I got to remove the blocks, which means what? Now, for 25 years, since I was 25, I guess that's 32 years, I've been working on myself. I spend more time, at least 20% of my time I spend on self-development. I have a mentor, I read books, I listen to programs, I read stuff, I research, I look. Look at my Twitter account, my Instagram, my Snapchat, YouTube. I did all that. That's not my staff working those pages. Just so you guys know, those 756,000 people on Facebook, that's not because John learned how to use Facebook and does it for me, okay? Nobody's doing my tweets for me but me, okay? This studio right here, can you end this? Jared's trying to call in. I don't know why he'd be trying to call in while I'm doing a show. What's wrong with him? Stupid. Ridiculous. Okay, number 2, remove the blocks, man. Blocks. People are blocks, okay? Mommy, daddy, uncle, aunt, hit that button. Mommy, daddy, uncle, aunt, stuff you're reading, okay? That freaking counselor that you've been seeing for 6 years, you need to quit seeing him, okay? You're doing the neuro-linguistics programming, kinesiology. You're using all this stuff, dude, it ain't working. Look, it either makes your life better or it doesn't, and it should do it in an instant. If it takes more than 2 sessions, it don't work. Your life is either getting better or it's not, okay? You either found the why, and it improved things, or it's not improving things. If you had to do a sales course and you got to go over and over and over again, it don't work. It should work that quick. It should be like instant oatmeal. It either works or it doesn't work. You don't need a whole long period of time. This university right here, dude, it'll work the first day you have it. You don't need to be on it 6 weeks. You turn that thing on, you watch it, you go to the right place for the right answer, I guarantee you it'll get you a deal today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. The third thing, add some skills. You got to get some skills, okay? You're not going to have confidence. You're not going to have motivation without skills. I have skills. I'm better today in front of a camera than I was 5 years ago. Robert, is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Robert, thank you, man. Appreciate it, okay? Now, I can't fly a plane.
Yeah,
That's why I sit in the captain's seat. I'm like, I sit back there and I tell everybody what to do. But I don't get up there and fly the plane unless it's on autopilot. All right, let's talk to Laura, and I need Brad Lee to call in. Brad Lee was supposed to be calling in. I don't know where that guy is, but he was supposed to call in. 305-865-8668. 305-865-8668. Laura, how you doing? Laura, how you doing? We're talking about rebooting for 2016.
I'm doing great.
Good. What's going on, my friend?
Hey there. I'm loving listening to the broadcast. Remove the block. Add skills. Great stuff.
Dude, what's going on? What's going on in your life? Tell me who you are and what you're doing and how I can help you.
So who I am is I'm Laura from Colorado. I am part of this amazing community that is igniting a self-care revolution, and so excited to be a part of that.
That's awesome. Is there anything I can help? What are you doing to reboot for 2016 so you blow up next year?
Never give up. I think it's important to be flexible, be able to change, tweak what you're doing, and never, ever give up. Keep moving forward, no matter what.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like one thing, if I gave somebody one piece of advice, if you could figure out maybe 2 pieces of advice, how to never, ever quit, and number 2, how to think much bigger. Like, I know that sounds simplistic and everything, but if you could think, which is very, very difficult, if you could think way, way bigger. Like when I started in the apartment business, I'm like, I want to buy 20 apartments. I just want 20 units. I want 20 units. My first deal was 38 units. That only goes to show you I was just thinking too small. It was no more work to buy 38 than it was 20, okay? Within 6 months after my first purchase, I had bought 500. It just goes to show you I underestimated, as long as you don't quit, which is what Laura's saying, I underestimated how much a person can actually do. Today I own 4,500 units. I'm not saying that because I'm great. That's 9 times more than what I thought was a big deal at 500 units. So I'm telling you, promise you, guarantee you, this is Grant Cardone telling you, you are underestimating your ability to do at least 10 times more than you're doing right now. You take whatever you want. You want $1 million in a bank account, multiply times 10, and I guarantee you it's only a portion of what you can do if you write your goals down every day. If you remove the blocks, probably the most important thing I've done in my life is remove blocks, including people. How about dogs? Yeah. Dogs. I had dogs. I'm like, the dog got to go. Now, I know this is not popular TV. Everybody hates to hear this. I was doing a TV show with National Geographic, and I said, hey, I got to get rid of my dogs. Oh, no. You can't say that on TV, dude. Okay. I did a gig for Spike TV called the Business Broker. And I'm like, I told the lady, I said, you need to get rid of that Labrador. You guys don't have any freaking money. You just got a newborn kid. You're running around this house chasing a damn 80-pound Labrador. You need to get rid of the dog. Spike's like, no. Dude, you never, ever say get rid of it. This is like a rule in TV. Never, ever get rid of the dog. I said, well, that's how stupid the middle class is right there. Dude, I want financial freedom. I am not going to be tied to an 80-pound lab. That's ridiculous. You guys are picking up a dog's shit rather than getting your shit together. It didn't make any sense. I had 2 Great Danes and 2 chocolate labs. We had 4 dogs and a bird. Sabrina and a freaking bird this big with a tail that long, okay? Well, I came home one day and I had a watch, brand new watch. I had the watch out. I come home. The bird, Isabella, had taken my damn brand new watch apart. Literally, it was on the table, like deconstructed, okay? It wasn't torn up, it was just 12 different pieces. I'm like, dude, we having bird for chicken for dinner, okay? The bird was gone that night. That was a $3,000 bird. Bye-bye, okay? I'm not gonna tell you how I got rid of it. Okay, all right, so within 90 days after Sabrina was born, I got rid of the dogs, man. I'm like, they got to go. I got my hands full with this thing. Okay, I cannot manage all this activity. So rather than me trying to manage time, dude, I'm like, get rid of stuff. Get rid of the blocks, okay? Did I love the dogs? I had 4 dogs. Don't tell me about loving dogs, man. I had 280 pounds of Great Danes and 160 pounds of chocolate lab, okay? In Los Angeles, in the hills, 4 dogs pooping all day long. Great Danes this big, man, their heads are right here, okay? So you know what that was like? You couldn't play tennis without sending somebody out to clean first. I got rid of those dogs that fast. Why? Because they had become blocks. As much as I loved them, I had to make a decision. What do I want? My wife, my marriage, my kids, my business? You got to make hard calls. Number 3, add some skills. Let's talk to Brennan from Vancouver. Brennan in Vancouver. Facebook, I love you guys.
Grant Cardone?
Come on, man. What's up?
Hello.
How you doing, my friend?
Godfather.
You Canadian, right? I can hear that Canadian, man. Y'all so nice.
Well, thank you very much. All right, I've got 3 quick questions for you.
All right, brother, man. Let's do it.
Okay, why do you drive yourself to work? A man of your stature, why do you need to drive yourself to work?
Dude,
why aren't you sending out tweets?
This is a great question, all right? Okay? You know, I was watching a guy the other day, and he takes an Uber everywhere he goes. And I'm like, dude, why's that guy get an Uber? Why didn't he get a limo or something to pick him up, you know? And then I asked myself, why do you drive yourself around? We flew into Austin, Texas a week ago, and I drove myself around. I mean, I like driving a car. I like to be in control. I don't know. Why do I drive myself to work in the morning?
Yeah.
I like to drive. I don't know.
Okay, well, with that, I mean, for me, I drive everywhere with my work.
Yeah.
And would you just suggest moving closer to where you work?
Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely. I'll just tell you, I live further from my office today than I ever have in my entire career. For the 30 years that I've been in business, I have always been within 3 blocks of where I work. I would suggest to everybody out there, if you want to save money, you want to be more productive, you want to make more money, live as close to the office as you can. Okay, if you're going to commit to an office.
Hold on, Grant.
Yeah.
Grant, I got a quick question with that. So where I live now, my house is $500,000, right? Where I would need to live, I can't afford it right now. It's $1.5 million to buy a similar house. So you're suggesting basically renting there and then renting out my house while I'm building my company?
Yeah, I didn't hear all that, but I would suggest getting closer to your office, dude. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Why do I want to be driving back and forth places? Now, I mean, I drive 6 miles. My whole drive's 6 miles. I know people that spend 40 minutes, an hour and a half. Oh, I love my house so much. Dude, you guys are in love with the wrong stuff, man. No offense. The middle class is in love with the wrong things. You guys are in love.
Okay, well, here, Grant.
Hang on. You're in love with mailboxes and fences and dogs and And dude, I'm in love with freedom. See, that's the difference, man.
Yeah.
You guys are in love with stuff. I'm in love with freedom. I don't own my own home. I don't own a home. I don't want an address, okay? I wouldn't even, if I could figure out how not to rent anywhere and live in a hotel, that's what I would do. I'd be the nimble. I would just be a particle moving around the universe. Like mercurial. You can't even, yeah, go ahead.
Your NFA, no fixed address.
Yeah, that's right. No fixed address. I love that.
Okay, so next question. After I read all your books and go through Cardone U, what numbers do I need to hit in order to basically shadow you for a day? So like right now...
well, to shadow me for a day, you'd have to come follow me for a day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
and I don't think you can follow me for a day because you can't keep up with me.
Oh, yeah, I can.
No, you can't. You can't keep up with me, man. Ain't nobody can keep up with me, dude.
If I get down there in 2 weeks, I can shadow you for a day?
No, because you can't keep up with me, man. No, dude, here's a lot of people ask about this shadowing thing. It'd be a waste of your time and energy to do that, okay? I mean, any given day, it's so freaking chaotic around here most of the time, it just doesn't even make any sense for anybody to come here and try to do that. You're not going to get anything out of it, you know?
Okay,
right?
I got you.
Okay,
Fair
brother,
enough.
thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. I'm looking at comments right now, and I got a great caller I want to talk to, Brad Lee. But first, let me talk about some of these comments. Kevin says, thanks for the 10X. For all those watching, if parents knew what inflation would be like 40 years ago, they would have told me to set my goals higher. If your parents would have known that we were going to inflate, right? Here's what you'd have done. You'd have bought a freaking Camaro, put it in your garage, and never driven it. You'd have bought a Vet back in 1976 and never touched it because you'd have made a bunch of freaking money, right or wrong. Okay? If you knew we were going to inflate, you wouldn't have bought a house. You'd have bought a, I don't know, 1966 Mustang and never ever driven it. It'd be worth way more than a car, way more than a house. Okay, let me take one more. Alan Stout, keep fighting, execute, win and never lose. Don't be afraid, believe in yourself, dream and dare, no limits, live by your own. Dude, you got a lot of stuff here. Alan Stout at Grant Cardone TV. Mr. Marco Cruz, I can get under people's skin, but nothing can make me go 10X. I need some motivation. Dude, just stay next to me, bro. There's no way, you're not going to listen to me every day. This is not going to rub off on you. Larry, you agree with that? You listen to this every day. Dude, it's not like tomorrow I'm going to be depressed. I've been acting like this now for 12 years, man. 12 years I've been on an expansion roll. This is not going to stop, okay? I'm going to be bigger next year than I am this year. 2 years from now, I'm going to be bigger than that. When I'm done, I will make an announcement here. I'm finished, okay? I won't be going like slowly downhill. I'm just going to be like, I'm done. I did my deal. I blew up. I might just blow up and just disappear. That's what you guys should do, man. I just want to go all out all the time, 100%, and when I'm done, I'm like, dude, the machine's no good anymore. I just wasted it. Brad Lee, talk to me, brother.
What's happening, Grant?
Dude, this is Brad Lee. For you guys that don't know, the real Brad Lee, okay, this guy is, what's your company going to do this year, Brad, if the IRS wasn't listening?
This year?
Yeah.
Probably in the $30 million range.
$30 million. Brad is a partner of mine. Last week he told me, dude, why don't you ever call me and have me on the show? I'm like, dude, why don't you ever call in? And this week he's calling in. So welcome to the show, Brad. What's happening, brother?
Thanks, buddy. Just sitting here watching the genius at work.
Yeah. So look, Brad, just so you guys know, I mean, Brad, tell the audience some of the people that you've worked with.
Oh, man, we've got, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Tom Hopkins, John Maxwell. As far as speakers and trainers, we've got brands, celebrity brands. John Taffer, the Bar Rescue, comes out here in another week. We've got, the list goes on.
Yeah.
But our favorites, Uncle G.
Yeah, Uncle G, man, Grant Cardone. So Brad basically supports our online, multi-million-dollar online website, CardoneUniversity.com. And so Brad is provided, if you're a speaker, an author, an expert, if you have some skill and that you want to get something scalable where you can train people and have people sign up for your program, Brad Lee at Lightspeed, use my name, he'll give you an awesome GC Uncle G deal. Brad, what have you seen that we've done since you have so many hundreds of companies? I mean, you have the Iron Chef, the Gordon Ramsay
Top Chef.
Yeah, Top Chef. Who else? You got like all kind of industries. UFC, poker champions.
Poker, UFC. We can even teach you how to bake cupcakes with your family in the kitchen with baking with Buddy.
Yeah, network marketers. So people can go on, they can use this on their phone, right?
Absolutely.
Tablet,
Yep.
computer.
Anywhere with an internet connection. Matter of fact, and we're about ready to launch the offline versions where you can now download it and watch it at the gym on a plane without internet connection.
Dude, I got internet on my plane. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. It's one of, yeah. So, and you've been on the plane, hadn't you, Brad?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everybody that big regret you have?
Well, you talking about Mayweather?
Yeah. Tell them the whole story, the Mayweather, and then also that you didn't go with me.
Well, my bigger regret is I didn't go with you. But we're walking through the little executive airport there. You can see Grant's plane out there. Of course, Grant's walking in, and I look to the left, and you got old boy Floyd right after his fight.
Floyd Mayweather, man.
Floyd Mayweather just cashed a $200 million paycheck.
180, I think.
And he's sitting there on the phone, and Grant's like, "Come on, let's go talk to him." And I said, "Dude, he's on the phone." And Grant's like, "Dude, he'll get off the phone." And so he walks over. He tells me, "Hey, I'm thinking, you want a picture?" So Grant says, "Yeah, take a picture." So I'm sitting there with the camera, waiting for them to pose. Grant goes up, sticks a 10X hat on his head or at the table or whatever, and you can hear old Floyd going, "Dude, I can't wear that. That's not my brand." And so Grant's closing him on wearing the hat.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there waiting to take a picture, thinking, he wants a picture when I should have just had it videoed. And because they didn't stand up and pose, right, like a pose, like, okay, I talked him into a picture, I didn't take a picture. So I'm sitting there waiting for this pose, and then Grant gets done talking to the dude. The dude does grab the hat. I think he may even have put it on for a split second. But Grant walks off and he says, "All right, now send me that picture." And I'm thinking, "Oh shit."
And he didn't get it, man. He didn't get the picture, guys. Look, you got to get the picture. So the first thing, I walk up to Mayweather.
I was waiting for the pose.
Yeah, Mayweather's like, "I'm on the phone." I said, "Dude, I know you're on the phone. You don't think I can tell that you're on a phone call? I got something to tell you, man. Put the people on hold, man." Right?
Hey, but you know what I learned about that, Grant?
Yeah, what?
I learned to seize the opportunity because I was waiting for the opportunity,
right.
And you sat there and talked to the guy for several minutes, and that whole thing was opportunity. You got to recognize opportunity and seize it when you do.
Yeah. That means you need skills and confidence. Now, what's the second regret you have, Mr. Bradley? The real Bradley?
Not riding back with you.
He's on the plane with me. He's like, "I got to check your bird out, man." So he gets on the plane. He's sitting in a seat. He's walking up and down. How tall are you, Brad?
6'1".
I didn't notice that you were bending over.
Nope, I didn't hunch. It's a real plane, man. It ain't a little two-seater.
Dude, Brad's standing up. He's like, "Dude, this is nice, man." Okay. I said, "Why don't you just fly with me, man?" And Brad's like, "Oh, no, man, I can't. Sure you can. See, folks, that's the thing you want to be able to do in your life, freedom, okay? Now, Brad, talk to me about Cardone University. You've seen all the material that I've dropped in here, understanding the buyer, the sales process, the cold calls that we shot last week, handling objections, personal finance, how to stay motivated. How is this content, and how do you see people using it different maybe than other platforms?
Well, a lot of the platforms, people barely log into it. Yours overloads our servers. Matter of fact, we had to upgrade because of you. But I see people using it. I've had to hire 2 more editors because the editors that are editing some of your courseware begged me to get into sales, and now they're in sales kicking ass. And so again, it's like your content actually gets people to move. So you're saying you have editors in Las Vegas, where it's hard to hire people, came in watching my material, and I convinced the editor to become a salesman. Well, you convinced them to bother me enough and not take no for an answer. Yeah, and I said, basically after a while, what made you do this all of a sudden? Because these guys were editors. They weren't into sales. Yeah. And I found out it's because they were the ones, putting your stuff into the system and watching your content. And so ultimately I moved them into sales, and now they're kicking ass. I mean, they were making $5,000 a month, pasting together images and cutting video up. And, the last month, one of them was at 16.5. So wow. You just convinced them that you taught them to don't settle for less and let's go. Yeah. And they were kind of forced to watch it because it was their job. See, but that's the key, man. You have to get up and do it anyway. I've heard you say that before.
Yeah.
You gotta do it anyway. Who cares if you don't want to? I don't want to work out, and I didn't for years.
Yeah.
And guess what? Now that I'm, a little bit better shape, I just wish I would have done it. So guess what? The biggest regret is stuff you didn't do.
Yeah. Now notice what Brad said, because a lot of managers out there and owners are like, oh, they got to want to do it. These two editors, man, they were doing their job just watching material. I know. How much material have you seen, Robert?
Hours, like tons and tons of material.
Can I hear you?
Yeah, you can hear me.
So Robert's a video guy. He's in there watching my material. Robert's gone from Banana Republic to now this year he's going to probably make what? $200,000, okay? Brad, I pay my people better than you obviously pay your people.
Dude, Robert has blown up, since he started with you. I'm telling you, I met him.
Thanks,
I met
Brad.
him a little bit after he started because I was recognizing how good his stuff was.
Yeah.
And I talked to him, and dude, he's two different people from when he started.
Totally.
To where
Look,
he is
when
now.
Robert came to work here, he couldn't get a girl. Now he can't keep them off of him, right? He's walking down the street and he's got women and guys. Some guys follow him down the street, Hey, Brad, thanks for calling in. You can follow Brad Lee at The Real Brad Lee on Twitter. He uses Twitter sometimes when he's not hiding from the IRS. Gabriel from Barcelona, man. Sorry I had you on hold so long, brother.
Hey, don't worry, Grant. I just wanted to say thanks, Grant, for everything you say. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Are you in Barcelona?
I'm in Barcelona. I'm calling you from here.
Awesome. What's your question, my friend?
More than a question, I just wanted to say thanks. Since I started dominating the market and I started pounding the market with prospecting and cold calling, I've had more listings in my carpet than ever before. So I just wanted to say thank you. I'll be there. I'm going to fly to GC Enterprises in January 4th. If you're open, I'm going to buy my 10X and buy my new socks.
Good, man. Good. Hey, you come in. I'm going to autograph the socks for you, all right? He's talking about our socks that just came out. These things are incredible, man. Sell or be sold, 10X rule, the 10X rule, GC socks. This has got an octopus on it. They're beautiful. Let me just show you these.
Oh, my Lord.
Dude, these things are so sexy. Let me just show you this, okay? All right? Look at this.
My God.
The octopus is my favorite animal, by the way. So.
Yeah, I'm like an octopus. I'm prospecting everywhere. I'm prospecting them every day, everywhere. Just wanted to say thanks, and I'm also recommending everything, and I'm gonna buy some stuff from you personally.
Yeah, dude, buy them before Christmas though. Buy them before Christmas because right now you buy the box they're $160. I think you can get them for $59 right now at GrantCardone.com. You got to cut this off.
No,
Call coming in. Cardone.
Don't worry. I don't want to buy cheap.
Yeah.
I want to invest in myself.
Yeah, good, man, good. Hey, thank you for calling, bro. Go get me a cappuccino over there in Barcelona.
All right, Brad.
All right, dude. Thank you so much. Let's talk to Kevin real quick. Folks, we're talking about how to reboot, man. What are you going to do to reboot? Write your goals down, remove your blocks, add skills, okay? Add skills. If you haven't taken advantage of my university while you guys are watching the show today, this expired last night. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. If you're watching live right now or on Facebook, I'll open it up, CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. We're going to take that $13,200 tuition to $995, okay? It's a $12,000 savings, $12,400 savings. Let's talk to Kevin. Kevin, and Larry's right in my way. I can't see the board. What's up, Kevin?
What's up, Uncle D? How you doing, man?
Come on, man. Bring it, brother.
Hey, I'm bringing it, baby. I'm on Alligator Alley up here in Sarasota, Florida on 75. And I'll tell you what, I'm super excited about your system, man. I tell you what, I started back on your Kawasaki training university. I'm gonna get to my story on how I'm gonna reboot my 2016.
Yeah.
And you're gonna love it. But
I can't wait to love
that. I did your Kawasaki training, man, and it's everything that Cardone University offers. And I'm super excited. I know a lot of people in the dealership world out here, and Jeff Rachi and more people that knows you personally, and I'm just super excited, man. I got my own show coming out called Millionaire Secrets Unleashed. I talked to you about that a couple months ago on Facebook, and But what I'm gonna do to reboot myself for 2016, Grant Cardone, is, man, I got 40,000 distributors, and a company that's on the stock market. It's live. It's called LifeVantage Network Marketing Company. I love it. And we're gonna take that to the university. University, we would love to, partner up with you guys, and if I'm correct on my math, man, 40,000 people at $50 a piece, that's $2 million a month. And that's $24 million a year, my friend.
Yeah, dude, this is what I'll do. Hey, listen to what I'll do, Kevin. We should do this offline, but I if we're going to have 40,000 on it, I could probably get you down to $5 or $10 a month. And give you a piece of it, and the leaders a piece. Okay? And if that's not enough, because I always over-deliver, customize some of the content so that we can actually deliver. We'll have to work with Brad Lee on this, so that we can deliver some of the content that's custom specific to LifeVantage.
I got you, man. Hey, listen, I shot you a couple videos. I'm not going to take too much more of your time. I shot you a couple videos. I'm going to be in Miami tomorrow. Are you available?
Tomorrow's Saturday, right? I don't think I'm available tomorrow. No, I got a Christmas party tomorrow. Are you in town through Monday?
Yes, I am.
Good. Come see me Monday. I'll be back in the office Monday morning, brother. Thank you for calling in. We're going to grab your number, by the way, Kevin. I want to talk to you. Okay, I want to thank Carl414. Carl says, you're my morning sales meeting since I've gone out on my own. Dig the energy. Crazy. You're crazy, dude. LOL. I'm trying to call in. This is from Brian Fajardo. I'm trying to call in, but I'm using the house phone. But since caller ID is set at private, it won't let me go through it. Why is that, guys? We won't let ISIS call in here? Let him call in, dude. I dare ISIS to come to my office, okay? Guarantee you will not leave this office. I'd love the coverage, personally, okay? I'd like to have the coverage, man. ISIS! Bring it on. Bring it on. We're ready for you here, man. Okay, we all ready. My people don't even know how ready we are. Right, Robert? Right. Okay, Marty Baker. He does not need motivation. He needs a clear vision of what he wants. I think they're talking about somebody that called in today. The guy said, I need motivation. She's right. Dude, you don't need motivation. You need to know what you want. When you see clearly what you want and you know how to get there, right? When I see the freaking nail and I know what to do with the hammer and I know I'm building a house and this is the last nail, not the first of millions of nails. There's actually an end in line. I'm going to live here and have sex here and have babies here and we're going to have fun here. I'll be motivated. Most of you guys are motivated because you don't see, hey, how do I actually get to where I'm going to go? When do we take off, right? It's like being on a runway. You're taking off on the plane. You're like, dude, when do we take off? I mean, doesn't everybody get frustrated? Or how about when you land and you'll keep driving around New York, Kennedy, or O'Hare, and you're like, dude, when do we get to the gate? Because you want to get somewhere. So all this bullshit that you've been told from the guy that just died, what's his name? Good guy too. Chicken Soup for the Soul. All those Canfield and all these guys. Okay, dude. Got to help me out, bro. No, the guy that just died, Dwyer. All these guys are great, awesome. But the guy that told you it's the destination, no, it's the journey, not the destination, it's the journey. Dude, that's freaking garbage. It ain't the journey, man. It is the destination. Why do you get on a plane and fly someplace? The journey. Really, you want to be in midair for how long? Or do you want to get to the destination? Then I want to get to the destination. I do not want to be in the air. I want to get to the place, get to the gate, get to where I'm going. The plane was just part of the trip. Did I say that wrong? I said it wrong? No? Yeah. Okay. New Mex Traveler. What if your office is in your home till you go to the business to get them to sign the contract? What if your office is in your home? Dude, then leave your office. There ain't no money in your kitchen. Kevin, thank you for 10X. For all those watching, if parents knew what inflation was, I did that one. Liku says, write your goals down, remove the blocks, improve your skills. Hey, I'm getting you ready for 2016. You ready to blow up? I'm ready to help you blow up. Here's the tips. Write your goals down every day. If you need somebody to keep you focused, I'm your guy. Okay, when you get CardoneUniversity.com/holiday, when you get this offer, I'm going to give you a weekly live webcast in addition to these 1,500 segments. In addition to this $13,000 program, for anybody that signs up today, I'm going to also give you one live webcast every week, every Wednesday next year that you can tune into that says, hey, this is how you use this program so you don't die on it, so you don't quit using it. Number 2, remove the blocks. Remove the blocks. Who needs to go in your life, right? What things need to go in your life? What bad habits got to go so you can have the freedom you deserve? And number 3, look, if you're not going to add the skills, don't build the stadium, folks. You'll never, ever win the game. It won't happen, okay? You're in the Super Bowl of your life, baby. Build the stadium, recruit the players, train them, make them the best they can be so you can win the big ring. In this case, it's freedom. Your freedom. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a freaking sick weekend. Will we be back tomorrow, next week, or are we doing Christmas next week? Huh?
Christmas next week.
What's today?
Today is the 18th.
Dude, I hope you guys get some Christmas sex. I hope there's Christmas stockings. I hope y'all do some crazy, crazy stuff for Christmas. If Santa comes down your freaking chimney and he's overweight, make him go out the front door. Look, if you have more fear, seriously, if you have more fear than you have skills, you owe it to yourself, your family, your company, and your future to get trained, to get skills. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. If you saw this video, I want to offer it to you. It's a $13,200 tuition for you today, right now, $995. I can't do any better than that. Pull the trigger.
Hello, hello.